Okay, everyone, keep it down. Cole Phelps joins the arson squad today.
How'd you like pork in that German whore, Phelps?
Phelps is up before a review board in December. Until then, he works the arson desk. End of story. Phelps.
Yes, sir.
I don't care what you did or didn't do, Phelps. I hear you're a good case man. But if you fuck up on my detail, I'll have you out of here before your feet touch the ground. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, sir.
Cap, we don't want a fucking rat like Phelps.
Can it, Tilden? Phelps, I'm partnering you with Herschel Biggs.
I don't do partners. You know that, Cap.
You do now, Biggs. Social basket cases like you two should get along just fine. Biggs will show you the ropes, Phelps.
This is arson. There are no ropes.
It shouldn't take long, then. Start with these two. House fires. 326 South Kenmore Avenue. Steffen's family was out of town when it happened. Then go to 4414 Rosewood, family by the name of Sawyer. Fire brigade will be on location.
Are they suspicious, Captain?
That's for you to find out, Detective. Now get out of here. Both of you. Get out!
Ordner says it's going to take at least...
Ooh, what's going on, guys? I'm Jake, the Offensive Gamer, and this is LA Noire Part 18. And quite a few things have changed since doing the Vice desk. Looks like Cole is at the lowest of lows right now. Not very good for him. Doesn't sound like Biggs is being very talkative with him either.
I don't care. I don't go in for letting gangsters
Ugh.
scot-free.
I don't like this new car.
How long have you been working arson?
We gonna do the small talk thing now? Talk baseball, exchange addresses? I don't think so. Feeling down, hotshot? Need a buddy? We'll look somewhere else.
Oh, somebody's kind of an asshole.
This is how it's going to be, partner.
I already told you, I don't do partners. I seen you on your first day, hero. Walking into the station with your chest puffed out like a little kid at his confirmation. You wouldn't have given me the time of day. And now you need somebody, and that somebody's supposed to be me. Well, it's not gonna happen.
That's quite a speech. I heard you were the strong silent type.
You cracking wise, Phelps?
No, Biggs. I'm breaking the ice.
Just drive, hotshot.
Well then.
There isn't much left.
There never is if the job's done properly.
You think it was deliberate?
Nah, that's real pain in your face. They would have moved out the things they care about if this was insurance. There's no mileage in this. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Hirsch. Cap this one.
Yeah, Mike Brannigan, Cole Phelps. It's okay, Brannigan. His name may be dog shit, but there's none on his hand.
No offense, Phelps.
None taken. Do you have anything?
The fire started late last night. Steffen's family at Catalina Island. Won some kind of competition. Looks like the only thing they ever won in their lives. You come home with us.
I'd say they were pretty lucky, really.
They don't have any insurance. Everything they own, including the house, is not a pile of rubble.
Where are they sleeping?
In the car. It's lucky the whole block didn't burn down. Word is they're bulldozing this whole neighborhood to build new homes for GIs. That's the man in the house. In the ruins. Terry Lady is his wife.
We'll take a look around. Come on, Phelps.
Well then. By the way, sorry if you guys at any point hear any pattering or kind of loud booms or anything like that. It's raining fucking heavy outside right now. There's a lot of thunder and lightning, so my apologies if you guys end up hearing that. So, yeah.
Mr. Steffens? Cole Phelps and Herschel Biggs, LAPD. I know it's a difficult time, but could we have a word?
Don Steffens. You were out of town.
We won a prize. We had a wonderful time. Came home to this.
Do you still have the tickets?
Sure.
It's a formality, but we'll need to speak to the issuing agent. Can you tell me any more about the prize that you won, Mr. Steffens?
Weekend at Catalina Island. My wife got this flyer in the mail from the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Did you enter any kind of competition?
My wife filled in a flyer. This lady just rung up and told us we won. It's the first time I ever won anything.
The redevelopment fund. Did they offer to buy you out?
They're building new houses. They showed their money and most of the neighborhood just packed up and walked away. But I never bargained with them.
Gave a little bit of a flick to his eyes. I don't know.
Everyone else is selling, but you're the holdout, aren't you?
I was the last. I thought I could hold out for a better price. Now, my house is the center lot.
So now you have to take the price regardless.
Looks like it. I've got no choice. I have to put a roof over my family.
That's all we need for the moment, Mr. Steffens.
All right.
Gotta say, that sounds pretty fishy. He's the holdout, and then suddenly his house burns down? It's almost as if, that was intentional. Right there, a lot of people could piece together quite a bit of it. I remember I did pretty well. I mean, it's nothing you would feel special about.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need information on the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Yes, Detective. Just checking. The fund is a semi-government agency established to speed up the building of GI homes. It has private investors as well as a government endowment.
Huh. You have an address for them?
There is one listed here, corner of Beverly and Mariposa.
Thanks, ma'am.
All right. I'm not going to piece together too much simply because, you know, since I know what's happening, I might accidentally go into spoiler territory, and at that point it's just like bad idea. So excuse me. Jeez. You guys want to talk? Maybe talk a little bit? Maybe you wanna talk?
Any Century unit, 211 in progress, 522 South Hill Street, unit to handle code 3, identify.
Maybe you guys wanna have a conversation? Maybe a little bit? I guess not. Well, this is gonna be an incredibly awkward drive to the next destination. Well, anyway, in that case, yeah, by the way, it is really fucking raining hard right now. I mean, it's typically not this bad. I mean, Texas has a tendency during the summer to have one of two options. A, it's scalding hot, like 105 degrees or so, or on the other hand, you have the other option where if it does tend to rain, it rains a shit ton. Like, I remember a couple weeks ago, it was raining 3 days straight, and it got pretty bad. But so far today, there's serious flooding in the streets and shit. Like, I don't think I could probably drive right now if I wanted to go out to a friend's place or something. Damn. I probably wouldn't manage to be able to do it because, you know, it would be a little too dangerous. And the way my house is structured and the yard is structured, on both sides there are troughs. I was just the housing that we're in, the house that we live in the neighborhood is just the unlucky one, where both the rain ditches, they're not really ditches, but, you know, the troughs for where the water goes, are on both sides of our yard. So on the left and right side, that's an issue, which makes mowing the lawn a fucking bitch. But, yeah, it's for specifically these situations where it's like there's like I'd say about a foot of water just gathered up in those troughs back there. Been trying to fill up as much of this drive with inane conversation as possible, but it's getting kind of difficult. It's a good thing we're almost there. At Gulliver's Travel Agency.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD.
John Cunningham. Can I help you, gentlemen?
What can you tell us about the travel tickets that you issued to the Steffens family?
Steffens. Let me see. Family of 5, I think. Trip by flying boat to Catalina Island. Tickets were issued last week and redeemed this weekend.
Here they are. Steffens.
Oh yeah, then there's also, I think, yeah, Sawyer.
The Sawyer family, Rosewood Avenue. Tell us about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
There's not much to tell. They run a promotion. Our promotions mailing list covers half of LA.
So they are not a government agency?
I don't believe so. Government organizations don't usually get involved in promotions.
I'm told the tickets were a prize.
Yes, they were.
You do a lot of these prizes?
Look, there are hundreds of these promotions running at any one time. If you're the lucky guy, you get your name pulled out of a hat.
A lot of lacking in confidence in that statement he just gave.
While the Steffens family was at Catalina Island, their house burnt down. You consider them lucky?
Christ. I'm sorry to hear that.
Can you tell me who offered the prize they won?
Sure. Look, there's supposed to be some sort of supervised draw with hundreds of tickets. But the reality is the Suburban Redevelopment Fund calls me every couple of weeks and tells me exactly who's won.
Thanks for your help.
No problem. I just wish I could do something for that family.
You could put round the hat. A few bucks would really help them now.
I suppose so.
Good. I'll put you down for 50. I could tell you were Samaritan the minute I walked in the door.
50? Are you?
Good man, Cunningham. You're all right.
Yeah, I'm great. Poorer, but great.
There you go. Hopefully you didn't hear that, but I may have accidentally bumped the mic if I wasn't careful. Alright, so I think Sawyer House Fire is going to be the next area I go to.
Have there been any other house fires?
This is Arson. We get an average of 2 a night. Does that answer your question?
I believe that this next house fire is going to be a little bit more morbid than the last one was. Even though that one was kind of sad, the next one... Yeah... I remember there was this one newspaper that we came across earlier in the game. There was one newspaper where, if you remember, this bald guy kind of called that doctor, the guy who's been giving morphine to patients. And he was with Sheldon in the last case. And in the phone call, the guy is kind of losing his shit about how, like, he was telling the doctor, "You said it would be empty." And he was like, "How can I find peace in all this?" And, yeah. That might or might not play a part in the next bit coming up. Just saying. Excuse me.
Hey, use the siren. Maybe those metal things in front of you called cars will know you're in a hurry.
Hey, maybe you're a dick. How about that? maybe you need to learn to shut the fuck up every once in a while. Actually, you keep your mouth shut pretty often. Maybe you should talk a little bit more often, just not be a dick about everything. I think that's your problem. Just maybe. Possibility. An idea. That's all.
Hi, Albert. We've caught this case.
Hey, Biggs. We? You have a partner? What gives?
This is Cole Phelps. You may have read about him.
Oh, now I get it. Hello, Phelps. Welcome to the netherworld of Arson. Family of 4 found dead in their beds. Heater explosion.
Another one?
Looks that way. Insta-heat Model 70. Before you get excited, we get a couple of water heaters a month go back. Take a look around the yard and see what you can find.
Excuse me. Hear my way there. Ah, shit.
Mal! You gonna stick it out, Cole? I'm gonna try, Mal. What have you got?
Family by the name of Sawyer. Mother, father, and 2 kids. All in bed from the looks of it. Well, I'd say carbon monoxide poisoning. The burns are superficial.
Time of death?
I'd say about midnight. Anything more exact will take some time to determine. Lynch tells me this has something to do with a faulty water heater?
Could be. There's been a spate of problems with a particular brand. I've got another angle in mind.
You care to elucidate, Detective? This is a murder and not an accident. Sharing information has helped us solve quite a few cases together.
I need something concrete, Mal, before the department gets wind of it. I'm in Arson for a reason.
I feel sorry for your wife and kids, Phelps, not for you. But you're a good case man. One of the best I've ever met. I'll help in any way I can.
Thanks, Mal. I'd say that's firm but fair.
I like Mal.
How about the insurance companies write these incidents up as acts of God?
That is, probably more common than you'd think. That kind of shit really pisses me off, too. Because, like, at that point, where do you draw the line with what is an act of God if you really want to apply religion to that shit? Like, at that point, insurance doesn't have to pay out ever, really. I mean, does it? Isn't technically everything an act of God if God exists? I think that's kind of a bullshit argument, and it shouldn't be allowed to be used, like, ever. I think even religious people would agree with me on that one.
Son of a bitch looks a lot like the cop.
Recently serviced. Could be something to go on.
Alright, now we'll go to the suburban redevelopment area. Is he just standing there?
Let me guess. You want to check out the suburban address?
Great partners must think alike.
Shit.
Whoa! What are you doing?
I was just driving like a normal person. He's the one who pulled out when I had the right-of-way, I might add, I believe. Unless I missed something.
Any available unit, meet the officer. 211 just occurred at 253 Main Street. Unit to handle code 2, identify.
You can handle my unit. Oh! Did you hear that? Saying he can play with my penis. That's what that meant. Fucking hilarious.
This is supposed to be the registered offices of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
This is an Elysian housing development, Mac.
So Elysian is an investor in the redevelopment fund.
Looks that way.
Are we done here, Mac? I've got work to do.
Sure, buddy. Thanks for your help.
Name's not Mac.
Elysian are investors in the suburban redevelopment. So what? If you think I'm putting my pension on the line and harassing Leland Monroe without evidence, you're out of your mind.
Well, then you're just a big old pussy. I'll look at this shit right in front of him. What's he gonna do?
So Elysian Fields builds the houses, while the Suburban Redevelopment Fund foots the bill.
Let's flip this bitch. It indicated I could. Guess not. Whatever. But that's a little thing. Hello there, sir. Don't mind me. Just, entering your little building there. Going through shit. I don't see any problems with it. Okay, so I gotta go back to the Sawyer house fire now. I fucked up something, I think. Because I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Doesn't really matter, though. We're almost at the Sawyer house fire, so it's no big deal. It's all good. I have the right of way, possibly. I don't know if there's a stoplight back there. Regardless, I'm going very quickly down the road. You should have to stop. Wow. You all just kind of fell on top of each other there. That was, very unnecessary, I must say. What am I missing in this area here? That does not look important. Oh, it is. What do you know?
Hey, Biggs! Is this significant?
Regulator valve. Good find.
Detectives? This is the next door neighbor.
Detective Phelps. Can you help?
They were supposed to be going away. They won a trip somewhere. But little Henry got sick, so they had to cancel. What are the chances?
Do you know who ran the competition?
Gulliver's Travel, up on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Phelps, the guy across the street. I've seen him before. He likes fire.
Oh, you little fuck.
You can still catch him.
I'm going to get you. He thinks he can run away. What a little twat.
Stop! LAPD!
Yeah, that's right. You stop. LAPD. Bitch. Yeah, you little queer. I'll get you. Oh, well, this is disappointing. I didn't even get to see the tackle.
What's your name?
Herbert Chapman.
So you like fires?
Some.
Watching them or setting them?
I don't want any trouble.
Turn out your pockets.
You're a naughty boy, aren't you, Herbert?
I keep myself to myself.
That was almost a porn line right there. You're a naughty boy.
Cigarette in a matchbox gives you a 5 or 6 minute delay. You want more time, you use a mosquito coil. Don't you, Herbert?
You like this fire, Herbert?
Hell no. I heard it over the fire radio. Sounded sweet.
When you finish following your leads, come and see me at the fire station. I have a theory about
You're standing in my car.
Will do, Lynch. Take this guy in. We might want him for questioning later.
You got it, Detective.
Why have you got such a hard-on for this case? If it is murder, it's almost impossible to prove. Fire doesn't leave much evidence. There's no percentage in this.
I think it's more than one case.
They're house fires, Cole. Accidents, heater fires, gas explosions.
There's got to be a reason.
The reason is you want to be a star again. Forget it. Give it up. You'll feel better.
There's something to this. I know it.
What are you talking about? Arson is insurance. It's always been insurance.
We still investigate the cases, Biggs. The people in this house are dead.
Go soak your head, Phelps. This hero business is a full-time obsession with you.
I'm gonna make this case. I'm gonna rub the department's nose in it. Help me or stay out of my way. You got it?
Lynch says we should visit him at Fire Station 32.
Who exactly is this guy, Lynch?
Lynch is a legend. You should feel privileged. He doesn't let many people into the inner sanctum. Keep your mouth shut, and you'll learn something about fires.
The siren off for a reason?
I won't argue that Cole doesn't have delusions of grandeur, but at the same time, I mean, there's some pretty fishy shit going on with that, and I think that there should at least be some sort of investigation into it. It's always a fine line between, is Cole being way too ambitious and trying to be the star as whatever the fuck this guy's name suggested, or is it that the partner is just incredibly lazy and doesn't want to do work? I feel like it might be a kind of a,
I was kind of attached
I don't know,
to the paint job, Cole.
a mixture between the two, especially considering that there have been, you know, notifications through the game that Cole does have the General Custer sort of mentality, especially in the war. So, you know, you gotta give that some validity, I suppose.
Take it easy, Phelps. I'd rather get there in one piece.
We came as soon as we could.
Goddamn Bruins are having a season from hell.
Lynch.
Biggs, you two investigating the house fire on Kenmore Avenue as well?
Yep. Why?
I had a look around the place while I was out there.
Do you believe the fire?
I deal in facts, Phelps. Evidence of an explosion. No obvious sign of accelerants. Wiring looks intact. Come and take a look at this.
Is the heater from the Sawyer fire out?
Yes, it is.
Huh. Looks like it was recently serviced.
I have a theory, and it's a theory only. I don't have enough evidence to prove...
Al, if you say it's so, we're listening.
Okay, Phelps. You're a bright penny. You have a gas supply. You have a Bunsen burner as a pilot light. You have a regulator valve, and the balloon represents the gas expanding in the room. Now, the gas has to make contact with the mosquito coil to form an explosion. Let's see if you can work out the chain of events.
The gas bubble needs to be next to the coil if it's gonna ignite.
Okay, I'll light your pilot and turn the gas on.
You pull the lever on the left to turn on the gas.
So that's how it's being done.
Maybe. There could be a fault with these valves. I've adjusted this one for our experiment, but you need to take it to InstaHeat and see what they say. Their headquarters is on North Harvard Boulevard, number 262.
Thanks, Albert.
You're welcome, Biggs. See you at the next show.
I'm kind of embarrassed that I didn't manage to get into the last combination of the three, so... That's embarrassing, but whatever.
The next fire. We should go to the factory and see how many of these things are going bang in the night.
You know this Chapman character?
Guy's a freak. Loves fires. He's the kind of guy that we'd like for a lot of things, but we don't really have to.
Sorry.
You like to leave your mark, don't you?
Keep talking. God damn it. Well, I guess the conversation's over now. Fuck. I hate when it does that. Truly despise it. Alright, so... Basically, it seems as though the, whatever that guy's name was that was having me do the 7th grade science experiment that I failed, seems as though he has a little bit of a suspicion as to what's going on as well. Not a severe one, but he does understand what's going on with the science of it. But at the same time, it very well could just be faulty InstaHeat, whatever the fuck they're, the water heaters. You never know unless you know, have deduction skills, in which case you do know. But most people in this game don't seem to know. I got him first. Ha.
LAPD detectives, ma'am. We need to speak to someone in charge.
I see. Well, duty manager for today is Mr. Rasick. You should find him in his office.
Alright, is there anything I can analyze out here? No, no, wait, not yet.
When is America gonna understand?
Top of my class back east.
New and improved model. They'll be selling these like hotcakes.
Like hotcakes.
3 blondes walk into a bar. You think one of them would have seen it?
Hey, you were at that bar. I bought a drink. Well, Rusty bought a drink from you when we were investigating the Black Dahlia killer. Remember me? Probably not, because you're just a recycled extra. Is all you are. With no actual character value to you whatsoever.
That's him. That's the cop. Tried to poke me in the nose.
I poked you in the nose?
Yeah, I've been hankering for a dust-up.
People have really strange one-liners in this game. Like, they're just talking to themselves. It's really odd.
Detective Phelps and Biggs, Arson. We're investigating a couple of house fires. What can you tell us about this?
Pressure regulator from a Model 70. Let me take a look. We have a problem. This has been tampered with.
What?
You see this diaphragm? It forms a seal across the saddle here. Gas flows across from here to here. The diaphragm regulates flow. It's been reversed. It's a subtle change, but it means the gas never closes off properly.
So you're telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
You're telling me that you've never had any problems with this heater?
Look, we've changed the design since the Model 70.
These things are still being installed?
It's the demand. None of us could keep up with the amount of housing going up. At the budget end, we're still using some of the old stock. We are installing 100 heaters a week. They're not all faulty.
They're not all safe either.
Are these diaphragms prone to failure?
They tend to go after a while. The rubber lasts quite a few years and then it perishes.
So the guys' names that I've been seeing doing the repairs on the heaters, they're fully licensed and accredited.
Sure, of course they are.
No, not that one guy.
I think you're lying, Racek. I think some of your men aren't fully licensed. You're desperate to cover your sales.
And how are you going to prove that, Detective? Name me one of my guys who would have overlooked a fault like this.
I remember looking at the clues before. Yeah.
What about Reginald Varley?
You know about Varley. He's on the run for a divorce interstate. It's not so bad.
You in the habit of hiring criminals, Racek?
I need guys, Detective. This boom is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I want you to get me a copy of the list of your installers.
Okay, I'll get it for you. There, around a dozen of them. Housing business is going crazy at the moment.
Whoa!
This is a long shot. We are not going to roust that whole list.
I want to run it by R&I, cross-reference for arsonists. See if any of these guys have any previous. Sir, I need to use your phone.
Go right ahead.
Only movie stars have things like that.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Going to church doesn't
Cole
make you
Phelps,
any more
badge
Christian.
1247.
Standing in a garage makes you a car.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to know if any of the following names have a previous criminal history.
Okay, Detective, run the names.
Acevedo Ernesto, Clemens Walter, Elgram John, Gable Leroy, Kelligrew Peter, Kuttner Robert, Limehouse Albert, Manning Franklin, Neves Raymond, O'Brien Thomas, Ryan Matthew, Spurgeon William, Varley Reginald, Zurich Stephen.
Clemens Walter, previous conviction for arson and malicious damage. Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
Thanks.
Ryan Matthew, charged for contempt of court, attempted murder, plea bargain down to assault charge.
Anyone else?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for murder by Detroit Police Department.
Thanks. You've been a big help, young lady.
Young lady.
Your employment roster is quite the rogues gallery, Mr. Rasick. Desperate times indeed.
Alright, so what's the next location?
The town is going straight to hell.
Oh, do I go back to talk?
Do you have an address for Clemens?
He's working on an apartment building on Catalina and 3rd.
What about Ryan?
Currently working at a housing development on Normandy and 1st Street.
Varley, where is he?
Beverly and Mariposa, currently working on a new housing development. Hey, Varley's a good guy. You can't harass all my people.
These guys have lockers.
Yes, they do, but my men have a right to some privacy. Don't you need a warrant or something?
Show him and keep quiet.
Yeah. Fuck warrants, you pussy.
Here. Happy now?
Stick around, Mr. Rasick.
Clemens is a fellow traveler.
Oh, wait. Nope, no, no, no. No, god damn it. I think I was supposed to flip it. Okay, useless, never mind. No point in flipping that. Ryan Matthew, or Matthew Ryan.
Some light reading on the merciless capitalist machine.
Useless. Uh-oh.
The company went through thousands of these in the war. Still got eaten alive. Varley has a problem with bugs.
Not so much. Those are good fuses.
You know that a mosquito coil takes an hour to burn down, Rasick?
No, I didn't know that.
It's the favorite choice of ignition by arsonists. Gives them time to get away.
You're crazy. He probably lives near the canals in Venice. Mind if I leave you to it? I got work waiting.
3 birds. Clemens, Ryan, Varley. Where to, Phelps?
We're going to Clemens first. I don't know what the fuck that was all about. Kind of some weird shit going on there. Excuse me. From the way the map is moving, I'd have to say that I keep on calling him Paul Clemens. Walter Clemens, I don't think is too far from here. I could be wrong, but I don't think I have to go much further to get to him. But once again, I don't really know jack shit, so fuck me, right? What I do know is that once again, these two are not very talkative right now. Oops, sorry.
Can we try not killing the people who pay our salaries?
But it's so much fun. Especially considering how twatty they can be.
Please!
Are you liquored up?
Nope. I think my partner is, though.
Biggs, LAPD. We want some answers, and we want them quick.
Okay, okay. What's this all about? Just tell me what you want.
I want you to suck my dick.
You know Reginald Varley?
No? Can't say I do.
Bullshit.
Detroit PD is after Reginald Varley for murder. You want us to run you in for aiding and abetting, Clemens?
Whoa, 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 whoa. All I know about Varley is he gets kickbacks from some developer. Does their work first. Spreads it around if he can.
You're licensed and work for InstaHeat?
I contract for them. So what?
InstaHeat hires arsonists, does it?
I've worked as a fitter all my life. Put everything I had into that house. And my fucking mud shark of a wife gets awarded it in settlement. She's blowing spics 2 at a time while I'm at work. And she gets the house. Yeah, I burnt it all right. Set fire to that fucker and watched it burn to the ground. I did my time and I'd do it again.
Sorry about the rouse, Clemens. You did the right thing.
Do you know Matthew Ryan?
No. Don't know the name.
That's bullshit. He had that pamphlet in his locker.
You and Ryan are fifth columnists.
And how do you figure that, wise guy? What proof do you have? Been following me to meetings?
So much evidence. Which one do I choose? Where is it? Fuck. There we are.
We found a pamphlet in your locker, Clemens. We can add your name to the register. HUAC might want to interview you.
That shit was from Ryan. He's always pushing that shit on people. Drives me nuts. He's got it in for the company.
All right, Clemens. You're off the hook for the moment.
Can I get back to work now?
Let's get out of here, Phelps. He ain't our guy.
Let's go ahead and fuck with Varley now.
Remember that dead lady they found under the train? That guy, Phelps.
Varley's on the run. He might be packing heat. He's wanted for murder. I say we take the doubt out of the equation and let him have it.
You nervous?
It's been a while.
You were in combat.
In 1917. You know, I never fired my weapon in the line of duty.
That's nothing to be ashamed of. I hope your piece is still serviceable, Herschel.
I may be old and out of practice, but I'm still a Marine, Phelps.
It would be better for our case if we could bring him in, Herschel. LAPD, Varley! Stop or I'll shoot!
Another one runs. This grass looks rather artificial.
Come on, Varley. You can't keep running forever.
Well, I guess that makes sense. There a lot of times they're putting strips like that. So never mind. Oh, big man. Knock down that wood all by yourself there.
You run all the way from Michigan, Reginald?
Oh shit.
Right, we'll shoot.
Just got hit by a tractor, whatever the fuck that thing is.
Why did you run from us, Varley?
I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're the same Reginald Varley the Detroit police have an outstanding warrant on. How am I doing so far?
I need a lawyer before I talk to any of you.
Reginald Varley, you're under arrest for committing a series of arsons. You're also under arrest for murder. Detroit PD will be putting in a request for your extradition. Until then, you're a guest of the scene.
Arson? You can't hang that rap on me.
Be quiet. Be thankful we don't shoot you.
Are all the cops in this town crazy?
Take him away, officer.
Lastly, we have Ryan there that we need to haul in. This one should be quick. Wonder if he'll run away too, like a little twat. Oh, he's right around the corner. That's nice.
Are you Matthew Ryan?
Who's asking?
Detective Phelps and Biggs. Arson squad.
Arson?
You heard the man.
Let's just put this stuff in the car and I'll be right with you.
Hold it, Ryan. I said...
Son of a bitch.
Just chase your friend.
Backyards he's crashing through.
The damage is only cosmetic.
He's a one-man wrecking ball.
Move in. I'll take out the bear. Lay into his wheel well. Come on.
You know, I took the hint from the first guy who told me
Get
that.
out of the way.
Only if they hear him coming.
Close in, Phelps. We need to take Ryan down before he hurts somebody.
Fuck. Failed. Totally failed.
He's in a
God damn it. Fuck me for thinking those boards were destructible. Alright, let's try this again.
Those are GI's backyards he's crashing through.
The damage is only cosmetic.
He's a one-man wrecking ball.
Move in. I'll take out the bear.
Excuse me.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
He's going to kill those men.
They'll get out of the way.
Only if they hear him coming.
Close in, Phelps. We need to take Ryan down before he hurts somebody. I'll go for the tires. That ought to slow the son of a bitch down.
This guy's very reckless.
Smash the son of a bitch's rear wheels.
I got your tire, bitch.
Don't leave me hanging out here, Phelps. Move in.
Ah.
He's got an arson-related assault.
How shocking.
Eat a dick. Well, now what do we do?
Give it up, LAPD. Why did you run, Ryan?
I was scared.
You got a reason to be scared, Ryan?
Matthew Ryan, I'm arresting you on suspicion of committing a series of arsons.
Time to go back to the station.
We have 3 suspects. As much as I'd like it to be Chapman, I think it's one of the other 2 guys. Let's get to the station and close this case.
Looking like this one's gonna be over an hour as well. God damn it.
Any central unit, meet the officer, a hit-run felony at 6th and Alvarado. Any unit able to handle, code 2 identified.
The last few have been about an hour long, which is not perplexing, but concerning for me because those are usually like, here's a special hour-long video. I don't like to have those be like a trend. I remember when the cases were only about 35 to 40 minutes long, and now they're just stretching out to a fucking hour a piece. It makes it to where it's kind of difficult for me to be able to justify releasing 2 videos a day.
No!
No, I'm not liquored up. Somebody else already asked me that question earlier in the video.
Get any on the side.
I have 2 suspects.
Phelps, you got nothing. Biggs, Ryan's waiting for you in interview 1. Varley's in 2.
Hey, Hopkins, you practicing your asshole routine again? Come on, Phelps.
I guess we'll talk to Varley first.
Saw his picture in the paper.
What the
He worked
fuck?
on that case with the lady that was
I
cut
could have
up
sworn
like
I've already been in Wilshire Division before. It looks way different now, though.
I mean, you know you've made it if you got that desk. Well, are there any leads?
We have Matthew Ryan in custody, Varley. I think all we need to do is ask him about this, and he'll rat you out.
Fuck Ryan, that pinko bastard.
Have you ever worked on a place on Rosewood Avenue? Family by the name of Sawyer?
Maybe. I'm from out of town. I go where they send me. I don't do a lot of repairs, though. I'm flat out on new installations.
No, I remember there was that identification that said it was serviced by him.
Why are you lying to me, Varley? If Suburban wants their new installations completed, why are you bothering with wrecks like the Sawyer house?
So I'm lying just because I can't remember if I was there or not? How can you prove that I was?
The thing by Varley. I don't know where it is. There it is.
Your name is on the inside door of their water heater.
Okay. You got me there. Suburban, yeah, they wanted that guy out. Sawyer kept complaining about not being able to get his heater service, so they threw in a free service as a sweetener. I think he played him, though. Because he still wouldn't sell.
Word is, you're in the pocket of some property developer?
Never. I got principles.
How did Suburban put the squeeze on you? Did they find out about your record?
There's no way you can link me to Suburban. You're wasting your time.
Bullshit, Clemens. I remember that.
Clemens says you offered to cut him in on the kickbacks they were offering. I'll testify in court.
Suburban, they got real-time pressure on getting some of the big developments finished. There's some big date that they can't afford to miss. So yeah, I took their money. But so did a lot of guys, all right? Carpenters, electricians, plumbers. It's no big conspiracy.
What would reversing the diaphragm of an Instaheat Model 70 do?
Yeah, I made that mistake before. You get a big bang when you turn the pilot back on.
So you didn't deliberately sabotage the water heater at the Sawyer house?
No, I did not. You out of your mind?
No, I remember the mosquito coil. I'm pretty sure that was him. I'll just check to make sure. Yeah, it's down at the bottom there. Yep, that was him.
I don't believe you, Varley. I think Suburban wants homeowners who don't want to sell out of the way.
I think you're out of your mind. Where is the evidence that I have done anything to contribute to this fire? Huh?
Were you not paying attention a second ago? I pointed that out.
Arsonists use cigarettes and mosquito coils as time delay fuses. We found an open box of mosquito coils in your locker.
Whoa, hang on! Those things, they belong to Ryan, all right? He asked me to hold them because his locker's full of stupid pamphlets. I thought he used them for camping.
We're done for now.
So what happens?
You're either going back to Detroit to face a murder rap, or you're staying here to answer for these arsons.
Sounds like a lot of fun for you. Must say.
I want to make homicide. You know you've made it.
So then there's interview room 1.
People get lost in thought is because it's unfamiliar territory.
Where the God damn it.
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you've made it.
Oh, here we are.
Save yourself some time and get this thing off your chest.
If that's your opening gambit, you better try again.
Oh, you're kind of an asshole.
So you want to change the world, Ryan?
Yes, I do. So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, I've already gotten this one wrong, so I'm going to go ahead and... Or not, I'm going to go ahead. I did actually look through it, and I know the answer.
This is industrial sabotage, Ryan. It's all part of your campaign.
You're delusional, detective. What campaign?
I had to look it up just to be safe, so yeah.
Your locker is full of pamphlets. Clemens told us how you were always foisting them on people.
Sure. I spread the pamphlets. A guy has to do something. Instaheat heaters break down every day. They're still peddling the same lousy design that they lifted from Hephaestus.
Instaheat bought out Hephaestus?
Them, Vulcan, Pyro, and a bunch of other companies.
And you still work for them?
A guy has to work.
And the directors of the company, how do you feel about them these days?
You work it out.
You know how to reverse a diaphragm in the regulator valve of a Model 70 heater?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
If you know enough to do your job, you know enough to do that repair. You're lying, Ryan.
And how do you think you can prove that?
God, I hate when they do that. It's just like, it's kind of a lazy reply. How do you think you can prove that? They do that like at least twice per case. It's just annoying.
Your boss at InstaHeat said that you've all been trained to do it. It's a common repair. Are you calling him a liar?
Okay, so I know how it's done. But what would be the point? You just end up with a gas leak and then a small fire when you turn the pilot back on.
And if you didn't reset the pilot and the gas spread, what was the cause of the fire in your own home, Ryan?
I won't tell you.
Well then.
What can you tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nothing.
Wow, you have a good poker face.
I think Suburban is a front for your anarchist buddies. They're arranging for people to be out of town while you burn their houses down.
Suburban? What's that got to do with me? That's Farley's bilk. He's the one with the cozy agreement with those fascists.
You have a history of violence.
I have no such thing.
No, that's not true.
You're lying, Ryan.
Attempted murder.
How exactly are you going to prove that?
He had the assault charge. Well, the attempted murder charge that was dropped down to assault. Where is it? There we are.
You were charged with attempted murder, Ryan.
It was a court case. No criminal liability was the verdict. They said that they couldn't have known that the faulty heater installation would cause a fire. All I know is I lost my whole family. And the company that was responsible got away with it. What would you do?
Which company?
Hephaestus Water Heater Company.
Gotta say, he seems to have more motivation to do something like this than Varley would, so I'm gonna go ahead and charge him.
Matthew Ryan, I'm charging you with committing a series of arsons and for the murders of Hank Sawyer, Edwina Sawyer, Henry Sawyer, and Jessica Sawyer.
You're putting an innocent man away here. You hear me? I didn't set any fires. I didn't kill that family.
Phelps, what you did to your wife and kids was un-American.
My wife threw me out.
Did I ask for your opinion? You're here to listen to mine. What I was going to say, before I was interrupted, was you did a good job on the Stephen Sawyer case. We don't often get results in arson, so well done.
What about me? Do I get a little stamp by my hand or a lollipop or something?
What you get is another case. A bad one, unfortunately.
You're 2 blocks behind 1st and 2nd.
We have more buildings to clear. You know our orders,
There's
Sergeant.
barely a building left standing or not on fire in your zone, Cole. Is your sector full of Japs?
Questioning my command.
The captain doesn't want anyone falling behind.
Tell the captain we will join him when the job is done.
Just give us the word, Sarge. We'll take care of him. He should be sectioned. That Jap lover's a fucking liability.
We're here to kill Japs, not our own people.
Star-crossed son of a bitch. No one wants to serve under him. He's bad fucking luck.
Can it? We've a job to do here. If I can live with it, you can too.